I had lost the will to live. I was weak, I wasn't eating, I was tired. I wasn't deliberately gonna make a move, but I was letting myself passively die. My name's Nick. I go as the artist name NYK. I do music from a little island north of Malaysia called Penang. This is my story. Mental health to me, if I could sum it up in one word, it'd be presence. Presence in the now, where your mind isn't hounded by the past, thoroughly enjoying the exact experience that you're going through right now, whether labeled as good or bad. I was in an Asian household, so the concept of depression was a bit of a myth, a bit of a fairy tale. However, I did discover mental health, not from my own experience, but from just friends around me. I did start to empathize with the idea that, oh, some people have it rough for sometimes no reason at all. It just comes in, and it's not really their fault. I've been living with depression since my first real breakup. It did send me over the edge in terms of mental health. I just kind of collapsed. I find myself being rooted in place, typically in a bed. I'm conflicted permanently. I want to talk to friends, but I don't want to see anybody. And there are just a bunch of thoughts in my head, just super loud, just like screaming at me and screaming at me and screaming at me. But on the outside, externally, I just stay still. I wanted to stay up. I wanted to keep thinking about what just happened. I wanted to not eat. It was a point where I just wanted all these bad things to happen to me. Depression can definitely take control of you. It leads you to making really bad decisions. It's a form of death. In those moments where you are deep in depression, you're not alive. You're just breathing. One thing that people might not realize about depression is how clueless one can feel and how irrational it makes a person. You are not quite yourself, and I wish people understood that instead of judged. I think the day I visited the doctor was the day I subconsciously made a decision to move. I remember begging her for a cure. She just said, I'm not gonna be able to tell you what's gonna immediately help. You're just gonna have to live until it feels enjoyable again. The only advice that she gave me was to develop a routine. So I actively, against my own will, went out with my friends more. I work at a cafe, I go to gym, and that kind of grounds me and keeps me looking forward to every single day. I did have a friend who spent a lot of time with me during rock bottom. The fact that he was there was very important to me. On those days where I could talk to him, where I could interact with him, he was there. His name is Shen, and he helped a lot. Support shouldn't be seen as a cure. It should be seen as just what it is, love. Just love. You can just feel love and not think, okay, this is gonna take my mind off of it for a while. I hope you can just see that these people just love you. That to me is healing. I'm much happier these days. I'm enjoying every single moment that I'm alive. And it's nice. From me to you, you can make the call to move whenever you want. Even when you don't want to make the call, even when it feels like you can't make the call, you can move on whenever you want to. And that's all the power in the world. So take your time.